Hello. Is one allowed to use a fan on Shabbat? Well, there's few laws that we need to know. First of all, we need to understand that the fan is muktzeh. What kind of muktzeh? Kli shemelachto leisur. Kli shemelachto leisur is because it's used normally to turn on, turn off, change the different levels on the fan. Therefore, it is a muktzeh. Kli shemelachto leisur. Kli shemelachto leisur is permitted to be used if it's used for its own feature or to remove from wherever you are because you need the space. Therefore, it's called letzorech gufo umkomo. Therefore, because of that, one is allowed to move the fan towards you or away from you. Towards you if you need, let's say, the fan blowing on you. So if it's turning the other side, you can bring it to you, although it's muktzeh. But that's called letzorech gufo. Also, if it's, let's say, blowing on you too much and you don't like it, you can turn it away from you. Be careful that when you do that, not to pull out the outlet. This is called letzorech gufo. Letzorech gufo means that, let's say, it's sitting exactly where you want to be. You want to set up the table, you want to set up your chairs over here, and it's right in the middle. So that you need the place that the fan is, therefore it could be moved. That is the din of muktzeh in a fan. What about turning the fan on, off, higher, lower? Of course, that's not allowed because it's electric. If it's extremely hot and a person really needs the fan, he can ask a goy to turn it on for him because it's shvut to the shvut, b'makom tzorech gadol, b'makom tzar gadol. Over here, that would be the Rabbanan asking a goy, and many hold that turning electricity into such a level that doesn't get anything hot in there, no wires get hot, it's also the Rabbanan, and therefore asking a goy would be permitted. If the fan is already on, let's say on low, and you need it higher, that's already only adding benefit. You're allowed to ask a goy even just for a small need, not for a great need. You just like to have a little bit more of the fan blowing on you. You can ask a goy to turn it higher for you, but that needs to be done in hinting, not directly asking. So you tell him it's too hot over here, and he should understand by himself. How about changing the feature on top of the fan? Usually there's a button that changes from circulating to standing or the opposite. That is permitted if it's only mechanical, not anything electric. If it's electric, obviously it's the same as we said before, one is not permitted to use. But if it is not electric, but rather it's such that's only mechanical, it's permitted to use. Rav Elyashiv was concerned that doing so, although it's not electric, but once it starts turning, it derives more electricity, and that is not permitted. Rav Shlomo Zalman, on the other hand, felt that even if it derives a little bit more electricity, since it's minute and you don't feel it in the senses, it is permitted. Even Rav Elyashiv would allow you to stand in front of the fan. Let's say you feel very hot and you come close to the fan, and now by nature what happens is also the fan starts adding electricity, working a little bit harder, although you don't feel it. But again, Rav Elyashiv was machmir with that, he was strict about that. But since you're not doing over here anything with your hands, you're just coming close, you're not actually touching anything in a fan, even that would be permitted according to Rav Elyashiv as well, even more so according to the opinion we said before in the name of Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach. This is coming close and changing the level on the fan. Those are the basic halachot of using a fan on Shabbat. Of course, there's many other details for the newer fans, but this is the majority of the halachot on the basic fans.